Welcome, everyone, to our digital event. We are so excited to share Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit with all of you today. My name is Eric Arnold, and I'm the Global CTO for Tech for Social Impact. I'm a white man with dark brown hair, wearing a burgundy shirt and a plaid jacket. I'll spend a few minutes setting context and highlighting the key features of the Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit, and then Aaron McHugh-Safe will walk through an application demo. We are both thrilled to finally have the chance to share this product with you today, so let's get right into it. First, to set some context. We live in a perfect storm of global pandemic, increasingly rapid climate change, economic uncertainty, racial injustice, record numbers of refugees, and increased food insecurity. Nonprofits are needed now more than ever, yet COVID and the resulting economic uncertainty has disrupted everything, from mission delivery to where we work physically to how beneficiaries get services. It's also completely upended fundraising. Fundraising galas, retail outlets, in-person donor meetings, all disappeared seemingly overnight when COVID hit and are slow to come back to a new normal. The impacts of COVID have also reversed progress made to improve economic opportunity for those most vulnerable. While pre-COVID numbers were showing some favorability, this year over 150 million people will fall below the international poverty line of only $1.90 per day, placing new demands on global aid and relief. On top of this, recent events have highlighted the persistent need to address long-standing racial injustice and to defend democracy around the world. We must protect fundamental rights of all people, ensuring technology protects and empowers everyone and exploits no one. Meanwhile, we see ever-increasing donor expectations for nonprofits to become more digital. 95% of funding decision makers say they are more likely to contribute to nonprofits that can show they are using technology to improve how they deliver on mission. 60% of donors agree they would give an additional 10% more in donations if their experience, their interaction with their chosen nonprofit was more personalized. And 80% of donors consider it important to know the real outcome of the donations and volunteer work that they entrust nonprofits with. This is why we're investing in Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit. It's time nonprofits had modern, affordable, cloud-based solutions based on sector best practices. The Tech for Social Impact team at Microsoft focuses on just that. We provide affordable, relevant solutions that are tailored to core nonprofit workflows. And we work with over 295,000 nonprofit organizations today. Those are organizations of all sizes, in all locations, with all kinds of missions. It's by listening to all these organizations that brought us this vision we're sharing with you today. We are all better and can spark more innovation if we listen and collaborate across the sector. So if you're one of those organizations, thank you. Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you for spending your time advocating for better digital technology for the sector. You're helping spark an unprecedented wave of innovation at a time when it's most needed. While Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit is new, it's built on established best practices, open standards, and architecture that's been in the market for years. Starting with the NGO reference model in 2017, we created a value map representing key scenarios that are common to most nonprofits. All nonprofits work with donors and fundraise. They all deliver programs. They all must carefully manage donor funds, and they all measure mission impact. Starting in 2018, with the launch of the Common Data Model for nonprofits, Microsoft stewarded an effort to create a common language for nonprofits and their technology partners. Today, it represents a platform-agnostic set of entities, attributes, and relationships that describe many of the most common core scenarios. It's a repeatable set of best practices represented in a data architecture. Also in 2018, we built the first version of the Dynamics 365 Nonprofit Accelerator. This consists of sample applications built in Power Platform and Azure that bring the Common Data Model to life. Today, it represents 8 sample applications that partners have used to create new IP for the sector. Last year, we launched fundraising and engagement for Dynamics 365 Sales Enterprise. This is a first-party Microsoft application designed to help nonprofits manage their donors and fundraise for their missions. This Microsoft-built, Microsoft-supported application fully leverages the Common Data Model and Nonprofit Accelerator. The Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit is built on this mature architecture and leverages our years of investment. It also represents a cross-cloud suite of applications that unlocks the power of Microsoft Dynamics, Power Platform, Teams, Azure, and LinkedIn. By leveraging Dataverse and the Common Data Model, it's designed to break down silos between applications and data stores, providing an integrated experience. And being modular, it meets you where you are, so you can adopt at your own pace and grow into it as you go. For example, if you choose only the new volunteer management application, it will let you do that with no other dependencies on other cloud components. You don't have to adopt the entire platform at once. But if you do choose to use different applications and components together, we take care of the integration for you, and your data will seamlessly flow between those applications. Lastly, it's designed with usability and quick adoption in mind. It's built with specific personas in mind to extend frontline worker capabilities, helping staff and volunteers be more efficient with the right data at their fingertips. In total, the Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit represents a connected cloud for nonprofit industry priority scenarios encompassing constituent engagement, effective program delivery, and accelerated mission outcomes. It all begins with attracting, retaining, and growing a base of constituents. A constituent could be a donor, a volunteer, a board member, or a beneficiary. They could engage with you individually, through a corporate partner, or through a household. We track all of those roles and relationships without duplication and then handle the different ways those supporters might give, through individual donations, planned giving, gift in kind, grants, recurring giving, and more. For volunteering, it helps organizations manage pools of volunteers and enables them to collaborate and engage in the most fulfilling causes. To drive impact and analytics and fulfill donor reporting requirements, it helps organizations design programs and services and track outcomes. By breaking down silos across programs and operations, Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit drives insights that accelerate mission efficacy and back office efficiency. With it, you can follow the flow of funding from initial gift all the way through to program delivery and then impact measurement, helping program officers understand the cost per result and donor officers understand donor propensity to design personalized engagement that improves fundraising. Best of all, it's all real and it's all available today. I'm very excited to announce that Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit is in general availability globally for any sized organization. I'll spend the next few minutes sharing the solutions our team have created to achieve the vision, and then we'll get right into a video and a short demo. These solutions support open standards, are interoperable with other products in the market, and yes, they support sector best practices so that nonprofits can customize less and focus on mission impact more. As we go through the features, I'll highlight how the Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit is built across Modern Work, Azure, Business Applications, and LinkedIn, talking about the specific components. Fundraising and Engagement is a CRM platform built on Dynamics 365 Sales Enterprise and integrated with LinkedIn. It modernizes donor and constituent engagement to help organize increase their mission impact. By standardizing data across disparate systems, teams get a holistic view of their constituents, their donors, their volunteers, and their programs. Its donation and transaction management and payment gateway integrations with Stripe, IATS, and Moneris result in more seamless financial reconciliation and reporting. Constituent marketing journeys enable nonprofit marketing teams to personalize their outreach to donors and volunteers based on their history and interactions with your organization. Built on Dynamics 365 Marketing and the Nonprofit Common Data Model, this is a collection of pre-built, customizable campaign segments, supporter journeys, and email templates that supercharge nonprofit campaigns. Volunteer Management is a power app that helps nonprofit staff more efficiently manage day-to-day operations to recruit, onboard, schedule, and retain larger pools of volunteers. This technology enables volunteer managers to move from manual processes cobbled together across disparate systems to a modern solution designed to streamline volunteer management workflows. Volunteer Engagement is designed for the volunteers themselves. It makes it easier for volunteers to find and apply for opportunities that match their skills, interests, and schedules. Built on the Microsoft Power Platform, this public-facing web portal interfaces with the nonprofit's externally facing websites and volunteer management application to facilitate the flow of information between volunteers and volunteer coordinators. It's a great way for nonprofits to better engage and inspire their pools of volunteers. The Volunteer Center SharePoint template can save volunteer managers time and improve the onboarding process for volunteers by centralizing key information in an easy-to-understand web-enabled hub. Built on the familiar Office 365 platform, nonprofits can use this to share information and resources with volunteers for training, onboarding, upcoming events, and other important materials, enabling volunteers to better prepare for any opportunity. Next, the Manage Volunteers Teams template increases productivity and collaboration for staff that work with volunteers by streamlining volunteer management activities. This Teams template integrates with volunteer management and enables staff to collaborate, manage shared documents, and execute tasks in a single pane of glass, running on a world-class collaboration tool fully enabled across multiple platforms and devices. Lastly, the Program Impact Dashboard helps nonprofit fundraisers and program managers understand the impact of funds raised, programs delivered, and outcomes achieved. This program dashboard enables nonprofit staff to measure the results and impact across their programs so they can report to funders, apply for grants, and make informed, data-driven decisions. I hope I've helped explain why we're so excited about this new suite of purpose-built applications designed specifically for key nonprofit scenarios. Let's look at a short video about how Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit is used at the National Forest Foundation, and then Aaron McHugh-Safe will pick up and go right into a demo so you can see it in action.
The National Forest Foundation believes that forests are important to everyone. We've planted over 20 million trees. We've worked on miles and miles of trails. We are a conservation organization that works on wildlife habitat and forestry issues across 193 million acres of national forest system.
The National Forest Foundation has been growing as the needs of our national forests have been growing, and our technology has not kept up.
Microsoft is helping the National Forest Foundation solve so many problems that we've had with our antiquated systems, and will help us become more efficient with our donor dollars so we can get more of those important resources on the ground.
We work in all different national forests and grasslands, and the Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit model allows us to connect wherever we are to get our work done. Microsoft is the only company that offered comprehensive technology solutions to connect our teams, to manage our file system, and to get our work done on the ground from anywhere in the country. Threshold is our technology implementation partner who is bringing these Microsoft solutions to us.
With Microsoft's fundraising and engagement tools, we're able to track each dollar that funders give us and turn it into on-the-ground accomplishments and then report back to that donor.
Being able to at a glance see how many trees we planted on the ground, how many acres of watershed we've restored, or how much trail work we've done in a specific national forest is a game changer.
These Microsoft systems help us be more effective with our donors, with the public, and with our mission. We at the National Forest Foundation have a positive impact on the planet through the work that we do. There is so much at stake. Forests provide clean air, they provide clean water.
Our national forests are such a treasure. Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit is going to help the National Forest Foundation grow and continue to grow into the future.
Hi everyone, I'm Erin, and as Eric has been sharing, we're so excited about the power of Microsoft Cloud for Nonprofit and the impact that it will have on our nonprofit community. Today, I'm going to show you our volunteer management and volunteer engagement applications and the way they work seamlessly with our fundraising and engagement CRM. So let's go ahead and get started. As a volunteer, Jordan Mitchell comes to the contosa.org website to look for an opportunity to get more involved in our mission. He has been a member of mentor organizations in the past, and he would like to serve as a mentor, so he searches for mentoring opportunities on our website. Jordan sees an upcoming youth mentoring opportunity, and so he checks out the details and notices that this activity is a great fit for his background. The schedule looks like it will fit in with his work-life balance, and he decides to apply for the opportunity. His application and the notification comes through right away, and he also wants to check out another engagement that he has started the process around. He notices that the youth leadership seminar that's coming up in a few weeks has completed, and his application has been accepted. This is great news, and he's feeling great about contosa.org and the way he's going to be involved with the organization soon. Now let's step into the situation from the perspective of the nonprofit volunteer manager. This individual is going to come into their daily dashboard in their volunteer management application and see that Jordan's application needs to be reviewed. They will click on the youth mentoring opportunity to double check on how the countdown is going and how many individuals are signing up to participate in the opportunity. Here we can see that there are a number of candidates that need to be reviewed, and there are 40 days to go until the program kicks off. I also noticed that all of the automated emails I set up to communicate to prospective volunteers are working, and this saves me time and makes my job easier. I next want to remind myself about the requirements that we have required of these individuals, and I noticed that there is a need to go through the child supervisory clearance steps. I want to go ahead and make sure that Jordan is being taken through this onboarding flow. And so I go ahead and create a new qualification for Jordan. Let's just call this Jordan's onboarding experience. And we're going to align this to the child supervisory qualification type. We can create various onboarding flows and types and really customize this experience so that our volunteers are being stepped through the process with ease. I'm going to go ahead and check out this onboarding experience. And here I can notice all of the required steps that Jordan will receive information and prompts to participate in. I can see who owns each of the steps and the estimated number of days that each step will take. This helps our team stay on top of Jordan's application process and ensure that he is able to support our organization quickly and easily. Next, we are going to take a look at what happens once Jordan is engaged as a volunteer with our organization. Now we want to take him on a nurture journey and engage with him at various steps along the process with his involvement with our mission. After he volunteers, we want to bring him into a thank you series and make sure he understands how critical his time and talent is to us. We also want to move him from being a volunteer to a donor wherever possible. Based on industry research, volunteers who spend their time and talent with Contosa.org are 5 to 10 times more likely to become financial supporters to our organization. And so far we can see all of the campaign segmentation logic is built right into this journey orchestration. A nonprofit marketer can come in here and use this out-of-the-box experience without having to be an expert in the marketing system. Here we're including all volunteers who have attended at least one opportunity through today. And we're also managing our suppression segments. We're suppressing any individual who's donated in the last 30 days. Next, we have an out-of-the-box experience where we have templates set up. The thank you template that can be customized to the organization's mission, tailored to the content you'd like to include, or used straight away. We have a welcome template as well, a newsletter template, and finally, the recurring gift ask template, making it easy for your team to drop in photos and images and stories without having to create these templates from scratch. So great news, we've kicked off this nurture campaign for Jordan and he has decided to become a donor to Contosa.org. Now I want to show you a view of how that information shows up in the fundraising and engagement CRM, which is integrated with the volunteer management and volunteer engagement capabilities we just looked at. Here we're looking at Jordan's contact record. We see that he is a volunteer with Contosa.org as well as a donor. And when we navigate to the volunteer engagement tab, we can see all of the relevant information about his experience donating his time and talent right here from the CRM. Any CRM user will be able to benefit from this information. And finally, we believe that Jordan, based on all of this information, is a strong prospective major donor to our organization. And so we can create an opportunity right here on the contact record to help start stewarding Jordan for larger giving to our mission. And we do all of that through this interoperable experience that's centered on that volunteer and making sure that they have a rich and rewarding engagement around Contosa.org's mission. Well, there you have it. We've been hard at work helping to empower volunteer managers across the globe. Their work is so important, and the work of volunteers is an incredible workforce within our sector. With these tools, organizations will be able to attract new volunteers, onboard them quickly and easily, and ensure that they have a wonderful and enriching experience as they serve their communities.
Thanks, Erin. The demo gods were with you, and it's always incredibly exciting to see our vision come to life. So it's time for me to wrap up. It's been my absolute pleasure to host this session today. At Microsoft, we believe that modern digital technology is a key component to efficient mission delivery. I hope you were inspired by the National Forest Foundation story and leave inspired about Microsoft's heightened commitment to innovating the products for the nonprofit sector. If you are a nonprofit or work with nonprofits or are just curious and want to learn more, I encourage you to visit our website. There, we go into detail about how to work with us, what standard grants and discounts we have available to qualified nonprofits. I also encourage you to sign up for a deep dive webinar taking place on December 7th. Aaron showed you some of our new features, but if you're looking to stay in the loop for our announcements, sign up on our site or follow me and Aaron on LinkedIn. And finally, if your schedule allows, please check out the Microsoft Community Training on-demand session to hear from Microsoft, UNICEF, and our partner experts as they discuss how this Azure-based platform offers online and offline training at scale in emerging markets. And with that, thank you. Thank you for prioritizing some of your precious Ignite agenda time with us, and I hope you have a great rest of your day and enjoy the rest of the conference.